News outlets around the world are pulling journalists out of Russia as the Kremlin cracks down on the freedom of the press. Russia unveiled a new law last week as part of a government-led effort to silence the media. The legislation threatens to imprison those who speak out against the Kremlin and its invasion of Ukraine.
In turn, several media outlets, including CBS News, are being blocked, voluntarily suspending or limiting operational activity following the implementation of the law. Let's bring in Theodore Boutros Jr. for more on this. He's a partner at the office of Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher LLP in Los Angeles. Ted, thanks for joining us. First of all, the Kremlin is forcing independent news outlets and social networks out of the country after issuing what's called a blackout in Russia. How is this decision impacting the free flow of information for Russians across the country who need it?
It's a complete blackout. It really is unprecedented. For Russian citizens, they're being kept from the truth. This law that you just mentioned criminalizes calling Putin's war on Ukraine a war, or even an invasion. And journalists could be thrown in prison for 15 years for doing that. So the Russian people don't know what's going on. Their own government is keeping them in the dark. And I think it's because Putin knows if they knew the truth, what was happening, they would rise up and fight back. And so it's a real tragedy.
So, Ted, are some of these international news outlets finding ways to circumvent the blackout, or is there really no way around it?
Everyone's trying. The BBC has said it's going to go back to using shortwave radio. It's given instructions about how to use the dark web and the Tor network and VPNs. Not sure if that's going to work. I think the Washington Post has removed bylines from their reports to protect the identity of reporters. So journalists are trying, they're doing heroic work. Russian journalists are trying to do whatever they can, but they're being squelched. They're in even a worse position. And it's really a double whammy for the information flow, because while the press is being squelched, Putin is flooding his citizens with false information, with disinformation, to try to fool them into thinking that Putin is the good guy. So it's really this Orwellian situation that authoritarians like to create.
Now, Ted, for those journalists who, report on war as opposed to a special military operation, as Putin would like to call it, what kinds of punishment are journalists and news outlets facing right now under this law?
The punishments are draconian. I never seen anything like it. 3 years punishment in prison if you get put fake news as deemed by Moscow. So whatever Moscow says is false, you can be thrown in prison for 3 years. If it's deemed to have had severe consequences, 15-year punishment in prison in Russia. It's completely at the whim of Vladimir Putin. So that's why journalists are taking this seriously, and news organizations are trying to protect their reporters from this sort of crackdown. It's outrageous, and I think we should all admire the journalists from all these news organizations, including the Russian news organizations, who are doing their best to report the truth in Russia and to the rest of the world.
Absolutely. And I assume there's also some blocking of information from, family members and other social media platforms as people find their information elsewhere and try to share it locally.
Putin blocked Twitter, Facebook. So when there were reports that when family members from Ukraine would contact their family members in Russia, they would be told there was no war. The Russians didn't even know there was a war on Ukraine.
Oh, devastating.
Well, we've heard some of that reporting, including from Tony DeCopel this morning. Ted, thank you so much for joining us.